Come on, buddy. Please give me something not bad. Please. Please, nothing bad. Please. I'm so done with bad games. Don't be a Pokemon game, please. What are you?
I come to make an announcement.
Sonic Adventure. Alright, we're Oh, we play a Nintendo game, and now we play a Sonic Gotta Go Fast game. Oh boy, Sonic Adventure 2 is what I would say if I had played Sonic Adventure before, which I haven't. Here is where the rule of play games in order comes in. And yes, I'm aware there are Sonic games that come before this. There are way too many, and I don't want to deal with all of them, alright? Let me be human for once. So, instead of playing Sonic Adventure 2 this time, we will instead be playing Sonic Adventure DX. We will play Sonic Adventure 2. Anyway, here's what happened in Sonic Adventure DX, I guess. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed watching what I make, and leave a comment if you have any thoughts you want to share. Now with all of that out of the way, onto the video. Ignoring me finagling with recording the game through OBS and looking around all of the menus and settings, we hop straight into the game with a cutscene and later a fight against this thing. The SWAT couldn't do anything to it, and now Sonic gets to fight it, I guess. And this is how you find out that I have never played a Sonic game before in my life. Ever. And even though Chaos Zero is immune to literal bullets, it is not immune to me being incredibly and it's not dead. It went into the sewers like a coward. Sonic just stared and didn't follow it at all, and oh, hi, Eggman, how you doing? So apparently Chaos is the god of destruction. Cool. I swear that's the most information we get about it throughout this entire thing. And now Sonic's at a hotel for some reason, and everything's fine. Tails is here. He's crashing down. He's dead. After doing literally everything except what I was supposed to do, I finally go to find Tails and get into the actual Sonic gameplay. I have no idea how Sonic gameplay is supposed to work, so all I can presume is that either I am bad at Sonic games, or Sonic games are that bad. I don't know which it is yet. But hey, at least I got a bunch of cute animals that I have no idea what to do with right now. And after 6 minutes and a few deaths to an Orcus chase sequence that I still can't figure out for the life of me, my first level is beaten! Oh, Tails is here now, I guess? We go back to the hotel and Tails tells us he crashed because he was trying a new thing or whatever. I'm not paying much attention, I'm sorry. Tails, why do you have a Chaos Emerald? What the crap? So now I need to go to Tails' lab place thing? Okay. And cue me running around everywhere because I have no idea where to go. At all. And I'm still learning how the game controls. After a while of that, I finally make it to the Mystic Ruins. One of 3 open areas throughout the entire game. I make my way over to where Tails' lab thingamawhatsit is after some more wandering and having no clue where I'm supposed to go, and we meet Eggman again. He wants all the Chaos Emeralds for whatever nefarious reason, and obviously we can't have that, so therefore, boss fight. This boss fight was way easier than the first one due to spamming A once he was down. I don't know if this was intended, but it worked, so who cares? And now with Eggman defeated, everything is perfectly fine. Tails, why are you carrying the emerald in plain sight, you idiot? Eggman steals the emeralds from Tails and feeds it to Chaos, which is the weird blue thing with a brain. And Eggman mentions stone tablets or whatever. I'm so confused. With the cutscene over, we now go through the lovely parts of me wandering around aimlessly with no idea what I'm supposed to be doing. Because this game is wonderful at telling you what to do next outside of the cutscenes. And in the process, I found the best place in the entire game. We have my first son, Num Num. He hates the water for an unknown reason, and I love him so much I give Num Num all the pets. And then we have my second son, Square to the 7th, named courtesy of my brother who came in the middle of me recording. They are both my precious children, and if anything happened to them, I'd murder everyone in this universe and then myself. Unfortunately, I couldn't stay here forever, so I reluctantly left my children to fend for themselves so that I could continue the story. Or whatever's left of it. And after way too long of wandering around aimlessly and not even an hour into the game, I look up a walkthrough. Which, thankfully, was very helpful. And was used throughout the rest of the game, are you kidding me? And finally into the second stage! Not sure if it was clear after the first stage, but I'm just gonna not talk about the stages much unless something happens. This one was just lots of springs and being sucked into a tornado at one point, and would you look at that! Chaos Emerald obtained and stage complete. Even more wandering later, and nearly getting run over by a taxi, and I find my way into the sewers. We got Lightspeed shoes now! Yay! And now I need to find my way to the casino, which takes longer than I'd like to admit given that I had seen where it was before. And now, finally, for the first time in the backlog, we're able to go gambling! Oh, nope. Not gambling. This is just pinball. I've been scammed yet again! But hey, at least the pinball part was fun. Because it's pinball. And after 2 rounds of pinball and depositing all 431 rings I had collected into the vault, we now have another Chaos Emerald! And Eggman is back again and gassed us! And took the emerald. Great! Another consultation with the guide lets me find the ice crystal, which gets brought to somewhere in Mystic Ruins so that we can go into the next level. The most that happened here was just ice physics and a big avalanche I had to run away from, plus some cool snowboarding, nothing really special beyond that. And voila! Another emerald! More guide following later, and we find Knuckles! He's just chilling. Oh, never mind, he wants to fight. Which means, you guessed it, another boss fight. And guess what happens after this fight? We lose the 2 Chaos Emeralds we had. Now Eggman has 4 of them. And now Chaos 0 is Chaos 4, and it's another boss fight. It was pretty easy, honestly. Just run around and spam A while dodging and stuff. And Eggman's ship, the Egg Carrier, is here now? Why? Eggman leaves through a big tractor beam thing, and now we get to go chase after him using a plane or whatever. What even is this story anymore? And now to the next part of the game. Plane. I was able to just shoot things without dying constantly, and Sonic has impeccable balance for not falling off at any point during all of this. I was going left, right, and center to shoot everything. But alas, playing cannot last forever because we got shot with a giant laser. Makes complete sense, right? So anyway, Sonic's falling while running midair, and we're back at the hotel. And somehow Sonic didn't get knocked unconscious. Somehow. And introducing my least favorite character throughout this entire game, Amy. I just cannot, for the life of me, stand how she's written at all. Like, she forcefully tags along with us and forces us to take care of Bird, and it's just, no. Found my way to the theme park, and there's an Eggman robot after us. And literally, Amy forcefully takes us to an amusement park in the middle of literal danger. I hate Amy so much. And on to the next stage. Nothing special here beyond bumper cars. Moving on. And we lost Amy. Whatever. Found an ID card that dropped out of the literal sky, and straight into the next stage we go. Nothing much happened in that stage either, which just means back to the big wandering around place. And turns out Amy got kidnapped by a robot. Shocker. Off to Mystic Ruins we go. And the robot gets sucked up into the egg carrier too while carrying Amy. Wow. Now, after following where the egg carrier went towards, I get to get another upgrade that's called Ancient Light. Which means the monkeys in the cages are no longer safe. And next stage, nothing special, again, and level complete. Can you sense a theme? Egg carrier again, we need to follow it, blah, 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 nothing special. Wait, Tails is here? Yes, playing segment. Pew, 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 die, die, everything will succumb to the wrath of my bullets. Anyway, turns out Tails' plane doesn't have landing gear in this mode, so we just purposefully crash land. And more wandering, and another cutscene, and more wandering, just for us to end up in another stage. Another stage beaten later, and here we are again, back to me wandering around with nothing better to do than try to figure out where I'm meant to be going while trying to not use the guide and not lose my sanity because holy crap, this game sucks, and holy crap, it's more chows! This is my third son. His name is Egg in all caps, and I love him so much. I love all of my children. They're all adorable, and one day we'll all take over the world, and there's nothing you can do to stop us. Alas, I had to continue on my painful and arduous journey of finishing this game, so I had to leave. More following a guide, and would you look at that? Amy's here with Eggman. Wow. And apparently, the bird had a Chaos Emerald this whole time. And it's the robot guy. Oh, come on, another boss fight. Luckily, it's over with quickly, and Amy convinces Sonic to let the robot live because it's her friend. Whatever. And now more guide about what to do, which involves sitting on the chair to get it to move forward, getting off the chair, and hitting the switch behind the chair to change the ship's shape back to normal. Blah, 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 stuff happened. Would you look at that? Another boss fight. This time it's against Chaos 6, which just takes a while because I didn't know I could pick up things to throw at it. I thought it had to inhale them. Knuckles is here now for some reason. Why is he here? After trying and failing to chase after Eggman, I end up in the worst place in the entire game. This is stage 9. I kept dying, or not knowing what to do, or how to do things, and it was genuinely horrible. Hated it. Never want to do it again. But through the magic of editing, you don't have to see all nearly 12 minutes of me suffering, because look at that, it's beaten. We end up in the middle of the ruins, and there's a giant mural of who knows what there that doesn't get explained. And now the big emerald thing is on fire for some reason. The chows are dead, and there's this random girl. I never learned anything about her. And back to normal. Whatever. Well, chasing Eggman now, I guess. And on to stage 10. The other stage that I don't like. And through more editing, the level is beaten. And now we're in Eggman's main base, I guess? Which means, you guessed again, another boss fight. The last boss fight, thankfully. Having a guide definitely helped and made the fight a lot easier than it would have been otherwise. And given how I was feeling while playing at this point, I definitely needed it to be easy and done with. And with that, Eggman is beaten! Even though he flies off at the end. So he isn't dead? Whatever, it's done. Now here's where I could say that that's just the end of Sonic's route, because there are 5 other routes. Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Big the Cat, and E102 Gamma. But look, I had a hard enough time finishing Sonic's route without losing my marbles. I am not gonna force myself to do the rest of this for a random YouTube video. Sorry if that's what you were looking forward to, but I just can't. Which means on to the review. Sonic Adventure DX is genuinely horrible to play. The controls aren't great, the story's all over the place, and everything was way too confusing for me to be able to play without using a guide. The only pros were the chows and the 2 plane levels. Other than that, everything else was horrible and just not fun. With all of that in mind, who wants to guess what Sonic Adventure DX gets in terms of rating? It gets a 2. Purely because of the chows and the plane levels. If it didn't have either of those, it'd be a 1. Genuinely. Unfortunately, this means that Sonic Adventure 2 will not be played for this series since I didn't technically beat Sonic Adventure DX fully. But hey, I still have way too many games I still need to play, so there's that to look forward to. Well, with this game now out of the way, I'll see y'all in the next video. Goodbye! Alright, spin. Let's go. Please be something I can play. That's all I ask. Something that I can play while I'm there. What do we got? Cool. Okay. Well, that'll be fun.